This is Pitstop, a weekly recap of all your Overwatch Contenders Europe action, and where the analyst predictions don't actually matter. Here's a roundup of the region's best Tier 2 Overwatch with your host, Tech Girl.
Welcome to episode 2 of Pitstop. We did it. It happened. Happy days. Let's recap how week 2 panned out for all of the teams. I'm pretty sure most of you will agree with me that the results of week 2 were pretty much exactly how most of us expected, except for one game, which I think will mean that hashtag #RunSMC is going to be spammed in chat for days, weeks, maybe months to come. Let's pull the payload over and get right to it. Week 2 kicked off with We Have Org and August and Hungary facing off. 3 words to sum this one up: Danid on Doomfist. August took the game 3-1. 1 point beat British Hurricane. Analyst and caster Des called this an upset. I actually disagree. 1 pointers look strong all the way back from when we saw them in Season 2. They've worked their way back through trials into this season and they've solidified their lineup. This has actually worked in their favor. The real question though, will the new addition to Hurricane Flippy remain in this roster for week 3? They're gonna have to find a permanent replacement for Kib, who he actually just put the accelerator on his payload and moved over to OWL. The big talking point of this week though, what the hell happened to Angry Titans? The Season 2 runners-up and Season 3 favorites stalled hard this week, losing to relative newcomers Shoes Money Crew EU.
Expert time. Why does Angry Titans look so strong? I mean, we've said it forever. They are strong. Why do we keep saying they look strong, they are strong? I mean, what is it about their performance in the last, whole year?
Okay, so these were the guys who were playing tank-heavy compositions before anyone really focused on them in EU.
Quad tank only.
Quad tank only Season 1. These guys have a
days.
pedigree of just playing tank-heavy compositions, and as you see from previous matchups, tanks are pretty important right now, right? And they have one of the best tank duos together in the form of Elivo and Lolsish.
And instantly killed by Tri-Spear. Mal's going to find a killer as well. Now, Elivo, what are you doing, man? You got to get back to the point. You got one tick, you got to do it, you got to do something. Elivo's going to go down very, very quickly. Luddy is going to follow him, and Barbecue picks up 2 kills. Izzy is going to fall, but a tick has already been half acquired, and that's IPN going down. Shoes Money Crew.
So Angry Titans, definitely one of the favorites.
Absolutely. Mechanically gifted players, great support line, fantastic tank synergy, and a pedigree of playing tank compositions in a meta where tank compositions are very important.
Tried to get that shadow more defensively, got killed mid-animation like you said. Luddy is going to find Barbecue's mech, and that'll be AT just rolling it on home.
Loss is just full-on football tackled him midway through that shadow, pushed him into the wall. No, it's my turn now. Lolsish almost has his own Earth Shadow, and of course he's been so successful thus far, and already a Graviton surge.
What a grab by Oni God in the back line. No one saw it coming.
I don't want to sit here and say Shoes Money Crew are bad, but
Please do.
They're not the team to beat Angry Titans, I don't think, in this case, and exploit that weakness, but other teams will in the future if they're not careful.
Lolsish falls yet again to Zeal. He's just getting soloed out time and time again. And that'll be Zeal even picking up the kill on Elivo. Now he's on Angry Titans to stall this point out. 99% ticks to 100. And Shoes Money Crew are going to find Ruins. Angry Titans are season favourites. Urky's Tire is going to have to be a bit of a miracle
Inside
here,
the
but it got
bubble.
instantly bubbled there by Colsty. A self-destruct onto the point is going to kill Zeal. The turret's going to go down. This tick might just go straight over to Shoes Money Crew. They're going to be able to get it before Odegaard can get back. Shoes Money Crew match point in this series against AT.
So, when we jump into predictions, I'm presuming we can all guess who Des is going with.
Oh man, look, I love the guys. Barbecue, I love you, dude, but this one is going to Angry Titans, I'm afraid. There is a reason why they came in as, one of the strongest teams in the season. There's a reason why they had such a solid performance last season as well. You got to give it to the Titans.
Trud, are we in agreement with Des for a second time in the broadcast?
I mean, there's no way to beat around the bush here. I don't think there's a polite way of saying that. I think it's going to be a 4-0 easy clap. Angry Titans going to be the ones to win this one.
Shoes Money Crew are going to 3-0 Angry Titans in this game. It's now up to AT to try and claw their way back and try and get at least one map win.
I actually chatted to Team Momager, radioboii, to find out what actually happened.
The loss in week 2 was obviously not ideal. It wasn't planned, but they played really well and they beat us fair and square. And I think we now know the issues we need to work on and the issues we need to resolve. And I think it's going to make us better in the long run. We're going to work hard from now on and make sure, something like this doesn't happen again. And then I'm confident for the rest of the season.
I started with Overwatch basically when they first announced it,
and I looked at the trailers and everything, the gameplay, and it looked really cool. And I was involved in a professional Counter-Strike source team before, so I was kind of looking for like other opportunities. I really liked the game and the concept, and I got access to the beta and started playing straight away. And always had like this kind of dream of myself that I want to like see how far I can go. So I started making a team, and we got pretty far. I ended up retiring though because my mechanical skill does limit me a little bit. So I picked up coaching, and now I'm transitioning to a manager role since I'm studying sport management. So I feel like that's kind of go-to for the future. For us, I'm basically responsible for communication with other teams, communication with Blizzard, communication with our org. I'm making sure that the boys are there for the practice, that they got everything they need basically. I'm kind of like a team mom, you could say. I'm also, when I spend time at the gaming house, I cook for them, I take care of them, I make sure, you know, they're all like 18, 20 years old, living by themselves for the first time. So I'm like the old responsible guy, I suppose. And yeah, I'm just like the team mom, basically.
Morningstars continue to look like a team to beat, convincingly taking down Young and Beautiful 3-1. We finally got to see Windstrike play, and it was May! Yay! Seriously though, there was a lot of May. Chow was on May, Ing was on May, Ing was on May.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It was kind of like a May Day. Okay, I actually thought this would sound funnier than it does. I'm gonna stop. Moving into week 3 though, the question is gonna be, can Windstrike play more than May? Our final game of the week saw Giganti take a giga win and send Bazooka Puppies back to the kennels with a 4-0 stomping. We now head into week 3 of the season, which is technically midway through the competition. And I'd argue that it's still actually really open for those top 4 spots in each group. Of course, we've got 12 teams. They're playing for the next 5 weeks. Now they've only got 3 weeks to play for. The top 4 in each of those groups is going to move forward into the final 8 and play off to potentially get a spot in the final. I actually think it's pretty open-ended the whole way through. Lots of teams coming out strong, putting in good performances and getting those points on the board. If you think I'm completely wrong though, and it's pretty obvious who's making it through to the top 8 playoffs, I want to know from you. So let us know in the comments below who you think is going to make the top 8. I'm actually only doing this because if you're wrong, I can come back and flame you later. Talking about flaming, the analyst prediction counts have been updated. Look at their little scorecards. Bless. That's all from me, and of course, as per usual, if you enjoyed this video, please just give it a thumbs up because we want to just keep on doing what we're doing. We'll be back with Pitstop next week.
Thank you guys for supporting Tier 2 Overwatch, and check out Overwatch Contenders Europe Season 3 aired live Sunday and Monday 7 PM CET on the Overwatch Contenders Twitch channel. That is twitch.tv/Overwatch Contenders.
Get down, I feel calling. I need it, thanks to